Robbie's in the kitchen cooking. Robbie's in the kitchen cooking. Robbie's in the kitchen cooking. What's he gonna try? What's he gonna try? Robbie's in the kitchen cooking. Robbie's in the kitchen cooking. Robbie's in the kitchen cooking. What's he gonna try? What's he gonna try? What's he gonna try today?
Hello and welcome to Robbie's Kitchen. Listen, I started this off as a Lent challenge for myself, and the amount of support I've got from those videos is truly amazing. So, welcome to our brand new weekly series. Now today, going to be a little bit adventurous. I'm going to introduce a new technique that I haven't previously introduced. It's called blind baking. Now for this you need a tea towel. And what you do is you put it over your... What? Is that how I do it? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Right, no, blind baking. It's called blind baking because it's a pastry technique. We're going to be making a bacon and chili quiche. For this, we are going to need a quarter pint of milk, a tub of cream, 3 of our eggs, onions, bacon and chilies. But to begin with, we're going to need a pound of pastry. So I'll just clean up and start rolling out the pastry. Right, now, when we were looking at this recipe earlier, me and my wife said to me we needed about a pound of pastry. Now, I'm just hoping we can successfully roll out this massive amount of pastry. Once you've got your pastry rolled out, what you want to do is fold it in half. Your fun dish, which you've already oiled. See if this is wide enough. Yeah, do that, I think. Okay. I have to cheat here. Hopefully. I said, I think works perfectly in Robbie's Kitchen, as you know from previous shows, but now, what we're going to do is we're going to pop this in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes. Right, while we're waiting for the pastry to settle, we can be getting on with our next bit, which is preparing our vegetables and our meat. You may notice for this I've got 2 separate knives. Now let's prepare our first vegetable, yeah? Our chilies. Now, these you can do to taste. But since my wife doesn't like things too hot, we'll only use a couple. And these you just cut the tops off, like so. And you just chop like that. And these little ends, well, you can throw them away as well. Right, so that's your chilli sorted out. As I said, if you wanted to, and if you really like your spices, you can use all four of them. Next you get your onion. Again, top and tail. Yes, top and tail. Ooh, bit of a tough one, this onion. Doesn't want to come off easily. Right, there we go. Put them in the bin. Remove your brown skin, because you don't want to be eating the brown skin. Nobody likes that. Ooh. And don't worry if your eyes begin to water, because it's an onion. Just chop that up as well. Doesn't even have to be neatly. Sorry about that little technical fault there. Whoa. Yeah, anyway, now that you've chopped your vegetables, you will just want to pop them in the dish for the time being. Make sure to get all your little bits in. And what you want to do, before you even contemplate cutting your meat, you want to get a Quiche. And just clean the area. Like so. Okay. Now what you got to do is get your bacon. Oh, my wife's going to get out the good stuff. I think you only really need just a couple of rashers with this recipe. Try not to cut yourself with a knife. You really don't want to put blood in the quiche in the end, but always did hate the designs of these bacon packs. Yeah, there's our bacon. As I said, we just want a couple of rashers, we don't need too many. Oh, this is good bacon. Okay. And we just want to very quickly roughly cut this. Okay, once that's cut, we'll put that in a separate bowl. That way you won't get any cross-contamination from the meat. Right, now follow me over here. Next bit, we're going to need a frying pan. just want to line this with the bottom of this with a bit of oil. I'm using chili olive oil, but don't tell the wife. Just get down to temperature. Once it is up to temperature, what you got that do? Put your chilies and the onions in. Fried bacon. You want to just keep stirring that until your bacon's cooked. Okay, our flan pastry should be ready about now. Should have had a chance to just settle a little bit. Okay. And my wife, when I wasn't looking, crimped the edges and made a better job of that than I originally did. So that's all nice and tidy now. So what we're going to do is get a fork. Be mowed at by a cat. Now get a fork. I'm just going to pick up pastry a couple of times. Not too much in case pastry burns, but just a couple. In fact, that should do. Now we're going to get some greaseproof paper. I've got to remember where I put that. Okay, got a greaseproof paper, so what we're going to do is we're just going to take some out of the box, tear it off, right. And what you really want to do, and this will look strange, is you want to just crunch it up, and up, because that will help to settle it in a minute. It'll help to conform to the edges. So, let's place that in there. As my wife sneezes behind the camera and completely breaks the fourth wall. Yes, we now put that in there. We get something like, I don't know, a bit of dried rice. You can also use dried peas or lentils or something like that. Don't worry, you're not going to be eating these. You just pour that in to hold the paper down, basically. That's what you're using that for. Make sure you've got no gaps. Okay. That now goes into excuse me. That now goes into a preheated oven at gas mark 6. You know me, taking the conversions. Try not to trip over the cat who's deliberately getting in your way. You put down the middle shelf, gas mark 6, for about 10 minutes. Okay. We'll now crack open our eggs. Try not to get any shell in there like I keep doing. Having one of those days in Robbie's kitchen, are we? Never mind. I may remember when I was doing the Lent specials, my arm kept getting tired. Well, I'd like to introduce you to a new family member in Robbie's kitchen. It's the hand whisk. So we'll just put this in there for a couple of minutes. And that sorts our eggs out. That was so much easier. Oh, where have you been all my life? Where were you throughout the whole of Lent? Anyway, now we've whisked our eggs. What we'll do, gonna get some our cream, and we're gonna slowly introduce this to the eggs. Ooh. I know that there's probably a cat licking its lips right about now. So just slowly introduce this. Okay, and we'll do the same with our milk. Just let that settle for a second. While it's still like that, we want to add the stuff that we fried earlier. Put that in. So that's our bacon, our chillies and our onions going in. Whoa. Okay, now that everything's nicely mixed, what we'll do is go and check on our pastry. Alright, now this should only be partially cooked, but at least firm enough to. What we need to do. And as I said, with this rice you don't need that. So this can just nice and easily go in the bin. Now this just goes in like so. Make sure that all the bits go in. Get a good. Okay, now you stick that back in the oven for another half hour or so. And hopefully what we'll have after half an hour, it's a nice crunchy crispy quiche with lovely filling that doesn't have a soggy bottom. Make your own jokes there, please. Okay, we've left our quiche in there for about 45 minutes. Let's see what it looks like. Whoa! Just look at that. Now, I was thinking while it was cooking, you may have heard of quiche Lorraine, but this is my own quiche recipe. So from now on, we're going to call this Quiche Robbie. So shall we have a look what Quiche Robbie looks like inside? Before we take a picture of this. Oh, now just look at that. How easily that. Now, this is the moment of truth. Have I got a soggy bottom? Wrong bottom. Just look at how that looks. Okay. And look, got a good base there, which is what we're after. That's why we blind baked it earlier. We'll just have a quick taste. Oh, it's chasing me. Nice soft bottom, but not soggy. Now we'll put the bacon on the chilli, which is the bit we really want. Fortunately, the onions takes the heat off the chilli there. Well, that was Quiche Robbie. I've been Robbie Yates. This has been Robbie's Kitchen. I'll see you next week. Look after yourself. Take care. God bless.
Robbie's been in the kitchen cooking. Robbie's been in the kitchen cooking. Robbie's been in the kitchen cooking. What are you gonna try today?